In this video, we're going to use the sine rule to calculate an angle for National 5 Maths. In green, we've got the formula highlighted, which is given to you on your formula list. I'd recommend having a look at the first video on the sine rule first before having a go at any of the problems here. Okay, we've just got one example. The example is very similar. We write down our three fractions, we tick what we know, we question mark what we want to know, and we rearrange the formula essentially to figure out what we need to figure out. Okay, so let's have a look. In this example, we want to calculate angle ABC. We want to work out the angle at B. We want to work out this guy here. I know that this is a sine rule problem because we have matching pairs of information. We've got this angle and the side opposite. We want to work out this angle, but we know the side opposite. So when we've got those matching pairs of information, that's when we use the sine rule. Before we go ahead and use the sine rule, we'll label the opposite sides with the angles. So angle A, the side will be side A. The side opposite angle B will be side B. The side opposite angle C will be side C. Okay, so we'll write down our sine rule. This in black. So the sine rule is A over sine A equals B over sine B, which is equal to C over sine C. Okay, so let's tick what we know and highlight or in question mark what we want to know. We know side length A. We know angle A. We know side length B. We want to work out angle B. We don't know anything to do with C or angle C. So in this case, we're going to use the fractions that have two ticks and a question mark and a tick, so we can omit here. At this stage, we'll just substitute in what we know. So this is going to become 3.6 sine 47 degrees is equal to 4.6 over sine x degrees. Our goal is we want to work out what is x. What we're going to have to do initially here is we're going to need to make sine x the subject of the formula, and at the moment it's on the denominator. I'm just going to do a wee thing at the side here. You don't need to write any of this down, I'm going to rub it out. But see if we wanted to solve this equation, 10 divided by x is equal to 5. So 10 divided by something is 5. We know that something is 2, but see if we wanted to solve that equation, if it was a bit more challenging, we would multiply both sides by x because they would simplify, and what we would be left with is we'd be left with 10 is equal to 5x, and then we can divide throughout by 5 and we get 2 is equal to x, or x is equal to 2, which is what we knew. We knew it was that. But essentially, if we had the quantity that we wanted to work out on the denominator, we had to multiply both sides by that to get it to a place where we can more easily work with it. So that's what we're going to have to do here. We're going to need to multiply both sides by sine x. We do that because these sine x's will simplify. So what are we going to be left with here? Well, we're going to be left with sine x times 3.6, so that's 3.6 sine x over sine 47 degrees is equal to 4.6. We want to make sine x the subject of the formula. We'll multiply both sides by sine 47. We do that because these will simplify. So we've got 3.6 sine x is equal to 4.6 sine 47. So to make sine x the subject, we'll now need to divide throughout by 3.6. And so sine x is going to be 4.6 sine 47 degrees over 3.6. You've got a few options here. Probably a wee bit easier is if you just type that value into your calculator on the right hand side. So 4.6 sine 47 divided by 3.6, and that's 0.9345. And so that's what the sine of the angle is to work out the angle itself. To work out angle x, we'll need to do sine inverse sine of this. So what I suggest you do is don't clear your calculator from the above line, just press shift, sine, ans, and that will just do the inverse sine of your previous answer. And we should find that to one decimal place, that is going to be 69.1 degrees. Okay, so compared to calculating a side by using the sine rule, yes, there is some more manipulation involved. But if you're comfortable with rearranging the subject to the formula, you should do okay. Thank you very much.